Do you want to improve your English while having fun? Well, you're in the right place. Today we're going to talk about 5 games you can play alone and with friends to improve your English. Hi, I'm Ajeeth from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective. And we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. Let's look at what these games are and how they can help you improve your English. So the first game I'd like to introduce you to is called 20 Questions. This is best played with another person who is also eager to learn English and improve their English, right? So 20 questions essentially is where you think of a word or your partner thinks of a word or something, and you have 20 questions to guess what it is. And you have to ask questions in a way to find out whether you're right or wrong. For example, let's say I have something in my mind. My partner has a particular thing in mind. And I start by asking the following questions. Is it a living thing? And my partner says, yes, it is. So I think about it, if it's a living thing, it could either be an animal or a human being, it could be a celebrity. So I ask her, is it a human being? And she says, no, it's not a human being. All right, so it has to be an animal. Is it a wild animal or a domestic animal? Is it a domestic animal? And notice how these 20 questions, the question should be framed so that the other person can answer with only a yes or a no. No other description allowed, right? Is it a domestic animal? And she says, yes, it is. So I think, okay, so it could be a cat, a dog, maybe fish. It could be something weird like a turtle. So then I check, is it a dog? And she says, sort of, right? You're halfway there. So I say, is it a puppy? And she says, yes, absolutely. And that is the word she had in mind, right? You have 20 questions and that's all that you have to try and guess what the word or the thing that the other person has thought up, right? So what does this game do? It helps you create questions and formulate questions to get responses. Remember, it can only be yes or no answers from the other person, and then you can take turns. This is a great way to think about complex things and construct sentences in a very effective manner, right? It's a great game to practice questions and also asking for information. That's a very important skill, right? That's the first game, 20 questions. Again, if you want to know more, Google it. There's a lot of content available to help you start playing this game with a friend. The next is the game called Taboo. The word taboo itself means something that you cannot speak about in public, right? No subject. The game, however, has a few rules. So one place you can find content for this is to just check, play Taboo online, right? And you can play it with a friend. You can play it with a group of friends. It's a really good party game. It's also a great way to build your English skills. How? Well, let me go through the rules. What you'd be given is a word. Your job is to get the other people to guess what the word is, but you have to describe this word without using this word and without using a set of taboo words. You will see this in any, you can buy the taboo cards online, use Amazon if you have to, or you can get these online in websites. You get a lot of free resources to play this game. And it's a lot of fun to be played as teams. So what you've got to do is try to get your teammates to guess this word without using this word or any of these words. Can you think of how you can do that? How can you describe it? I can't say little because, children are little. I can't say that because it's a taboo word. I can't say kids, taboo word. I can't use the word people, because I can't say little people, right? Or small people. Young or youth, none of these can be used. So I could, say human, right? I could say small human, right? So they could say a dwarf, right? But very likely that they will also come to children. Or I could say tiny humans. That could also be a way to describe children, right? So what this game does, it makes you think on your feet. It makes you try to think about different ways to describe something and get other people to guess what you're trying to describe. It's a great way to build your vocabulary. Think about English in a way that's fun and exciting, right? And this skill will help you use a better range of words in the long term. Try this game the next time you have friends over and you have a party of sorts, right? It's a great way to build connections and also build your English thinking skills. The next game is Hangman. Most of you must have played this in school, right? Where you had dashes, where there is a word and you fill in the letters with dashes, and you get only so many turns to try to fill this, to try to guess the word. If you guess it too many, if you have too many guesses, wrong guesses, then you hang the man, right? For example, something like this, right? As they guess the word, you strike it off. If the letter is correct, you fill it in the appropriate spaces. And after a particular level, you'll realize either the man hangs or you fill the word. You can test stuff like, instead of using movie names or song names, try using phrasal verbs and idioms instead. Do check out our video playlist of vocabulary to learn these kind of words. It's a great way to use advanced vocabulary in use. So try that out with this. Best played with another friend. The solution for this, of course, is happy birthday, right? So try using phrases or verb phrases and try using this game. You will start building advanced vocabulary and thinking about different words and how they're spelled and how they sound. It's a great game to keep you engaged and learn vocabulary. Before I talk about the other games, a quick information about Capshine's 30-day free trial. With this, you can substantially improve your English communication and confidence through speaking opportunities, to the fact that you can learn and practice as a group. You get a personalized coach who gives you recommendations and feedback, and also access to daily micro lessons to challenge yourself and build your foundational skills, and live classes where you can interact live with a coach or a teacher and get your English doubts clarified. Great. Let's continue with our discussion about the games to improve our English. This word, by the way, is called hyperbole, right? Hyperbole, which means exaggeration, right? This is again a very fun party game, right? You can play it with a group of friends or just another friend. What you're going to do is you're going to come up with a situation. Maybe what you can do is have your partner or the other friends start with a basic story. For example, this one time I was at the restaurant, someone made a remark I didn't like, right? So that's your feeder sentence. And then your job is to blow it out of proportion, right? This is when, and you could say, this is when an elephant walked into the room and there was complete chaos, and the guy that didn't respect me, I punched him in the face and the elephant stomped on him, right? A bit overboard, but you get the idea. Your job is to be as exaggerated and use hyperbole as much as possible. Ask your friends to come out with a normal situation, and then you finish that situation by going all over the place. Great way to practice adjectives and also thinking on your feet while thinking in English. Great. Let's look at another one, which is describe the scene. Right, this is a challenge that we do in our Capshine daily engagement as well. What you will be doing is looking at an abstract picture and trying to describe what it is. For example, I look at it and I can think of a few adjectives: crowds, workforce, Legos, society, hard workers, corporate, busy life, right? There are a bunch of ways to describe it. Best played by maybe putting it on a WhatsApp group with your friends and trying to see who has the most imagination and what are the best descriptive words to come out with. That way, not only are you flexing your vocabulary, but also seeing what other words your friends can make and learning from the words that they produce. Great way to learn new words. Awesome. I hope you found this informative. Make sure you try these games out. And of course, check out the 30-day free trial. With this, you get access to a bunch of games and you get to play and learn as a group with people just like you who are learning English and want to become better. And you get, of course, your coach who will guide you through the entire process. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. Thanks for watching.